What I do know is that they tout Canada, Sweden, Germany, France, all these other countries for why they have better health care than we have for less money. All of us as Republicans need to challenge them then. If in fact 9% of GDP is what Canada spends insuring everyone, and we spend 18% of GDP not insuring at least formally everybody, then why is it their solution is to take us to 21% of GDP and still leave 3 million people uninsured? That's their solution. That's what's dead wrong. You, the American people, need to say in no uncertain terms, we do pay too much for health care. We do have too many doctors worried about what they have to do in the way of an extra CAT scan to not be sued. We do have doctors who are scared stiff to tell you to take 2 aspirins when in fact there's some prescription bill that costs 10 times as much, but they'll probably get in less trouble if they give you that. We have those problems. Those problems are created by plaintiff's trial lawyers. They're created by a culture of if you spend too much, you won't be sued and you'll keep your home. The American people deserve to know that in fact a veterans hospital can't be sued for an honest mistake. The doctor could be fired by a board of review. Same thing with an active duty military doctor. You can't sue a military doctor, but there is a compensation package. But there's none of these multi-gazillion dollar awards. So you understand at the very time in which Barack Obama is telling all of you that he wants to take care of health care and make it better, on my committee, which I serve with Jason Chaffetz of Judiciary, my other committee, they're trying to make it so you can sue your city hospital, you can sue the VA, and you can sue your military doctor, driving up the cost to the very organizations that they use as somewhat of a model of the government option. If we're going to have a government option, there are about 3 things we need to have. First of all, it needs to work more like the veterans and the U.S. Army and Department of Defense. Second of all, it needs to cost more like that than it does. Third of all, the trial lawyers need to be told they need not apply for positions. Some of you live in Joe Baca's district. If you ask Joe Baca, will he put a no-can-sue government arbitration only into the health care plan, you'll figure out where that blue dog really is. He's kind of a yellow dog, but he says he's kind of a blue dog. We need to change America for the better for a reason. And the most important reason isn't even within our shores. The most important reason that America needs to succeed, that we need to get our economy going the right direction again, we need to reduce the size of our government, we need to increase the private sector participation, is in fact, without the United States, this world would be a very different place. It would have been in World War I, it would have been in World War II, and it would have been throughout the Cold War. And if we falter, China may look benign, but China will in fact accomplish what the Soviets never could. Our economic capability and our solvency is critical. Now I'm going to tell you one story in closing. And if somebody told you that either Jason Chaffetz or Darrell Issa or any of us or Ken Calvert, who have been incredibly tough on illegal immigration and absolutely saying that amnesty won't happen and shouldn't happen, and that if we have a legal system, it will not be built on a don't ask, don't tell policy. And Ken, everyone here should appreciate the fact that you didn't just get E-Verify into law as a pilot program. You fought to make it mainstream. You fought to make sure that the federal workforce uses it. Even the Census Bureau claims that they're now checking to see if the people that see if we're here legally are here legally. So everyone give Ken a special round of applause. But I'm going to close by telling you a story. And it's a current story, and it's very similar in a way to the young girl talking about her father who had gone to heaven. You know, we don't look at the tragedy of allowing illegal immigration the right way sometimes. There are 12 million illegals in this country. Today there are more than that many millions of Americans out of work who want those jobs. But they don't know which job to apply for because they don't know who's got the job that they should have and who doesn't. We have to fix that. I'm going to tell you just a quick story. I'm working on a private bill. Private bills to make people legal status, either citizens or change them from being ordered to leave the country to being kept in the country, are very hard. And I don't know if I'll succeed. If I don't, I'll keep trying until I find a way. And why would Darrell Issa care about that? Well, I'll tell you why. We had a Marine who, like many Marines, perhaps didn't have all the best judgment, but he was madly in love with a woman while he was he was in Japan. And they lived together, and he got orders to come back to the States. They moved back to the States together. They were intending to get married, but she was just on a tourist visa. He got orders to go to Iraq. He shipped off to Iraq. He's only in Iraq for like 3 days, and he finds out that his girlfriend is pregnant. He realizes that this is a huge problem, and the child being born, the health care, everything else. So they talk, and he finds out the Marines recognize marriage, basically over the phone. Marine shows up on one end to witness what she says. Marine's there on the other end, along with a chaplain, and they were married over the telephone from Iraq. Ten days later, he was killed. His wife has been ordered deported. We have to be the party that straightens out illegal immigration so that it shouldn't be hard when something so obvious needs to be fixed. We need to be the party that says we want to bring people here who are being persecuted. We want to bring people here for compassionate reasons. And yes, we want to bring the best and the brightest here to help our economy grow. Because it's not just we win, we lose on the battlefield. It's we win, we lose in the economy. And we win, we lose in our culture. So for all of us as Republicans, we have to stand for everything, including the kind of compassion that says the people who are here illegally need to be identified, and most of them need to go. And the people that we have opened our arms to for generations, who are persecuted in their home country, who have fought for freedom and are now political refugees, and in fact these special cases that come before us that just make you cry. That's what America is all about. If we're going to be proud, we're going to tell both stories. And if we're going to be the grand old party into the next century, we're going to be the party that talks about it's not compassionate to spend your children's money. Thank you all, and have a good night.